Hashkamata Boker 1:3. V'zeh bechinat, this is the idea of Orach Chivodi, Ura Hanebel V'chinora Ira Shachar in Tehillim 57, as we mentioned. David HaMelech says, wake up my glory, wake up the Nevel and Kinor, which is the lyre and the harp, the stringed instruments. Ira Shachar, I will wake up the dawn. Like it said in the Halacha that we have to wake up the dawn. Hainu shetzarich adam lehitorer et atzmo. He has to awaken himself spiritually, like we said, lehitorer, like hitoreri, playing on the word a'ira shachar, not just to wake up, but it means to wake up spiritually, mishinato, from his sleep, spiritual sleep, u'minefilato, and from his falling, from his what he's doing wrong. Ve'al yedei ma yitorer et atzmo. He questions, and how is he going to wake up himself? Al yedei hanikudot tovot shemotze be'atzmo adayin, from the good points that he finds in himself, as we said. V'zehu a'ira shachar. That's what it means, a'ira shachar. So this paragraph is just linking what we said already into now the rest of the Shulchan Aruch piece that said, get up like a lion and to wake up the dawn. So now we're seeing that to wake up the dawn also means to find your good points within all the non-good points that you might have. And further to elaborate, Rabbi Natan explains, Ki hanikuda tova hi bebchinat shachar. The good point is like the word shachar, which is the dawn, bebchinat shechora ani venava benot Yerushalayim, like it says in Shir HaShirim. Shechora ani, I am black, venava, but I am really beautiful. Benot Yerushalayim, as he tells the people of the world. Ki mechamat shezot hanekuda me'orebet befsolet harbe ufigvaim harbe. Even the one good point that I might have, even if it's mixed with all bad things, shepagam ze hadam, that the man did, alidei ze nidme shehi shechora. Because of this, it looks like he's black with sin. Ki munachat bekadrut b'shacharut, and he's all again blackened. Chas v'shalom etzlo, that it looks like he has this in him, in gloom and darkness, as it says in the translation. So we're seeing that shachar, dawn, we have to see why is that a good metaphor, because dawn is the morning, but yet dawn is very dark. That's why it's called shachar, like shachor. Why call the morning black? You know, we should call it a word that's like the day. But that's the point. Amud HaShachar is the blackest point, but it's the beginning of the day. So we might feel like we're all black, but we're really light. Like it says, don't look at me as though I'm black, because I'm really, the neshama is really pure white and beautiful. It's just all the sins that are on me is making me appear black. Of course, I have to do teshuvah and get rid of them. And by finding the good points of me, that's how I start to go onto that path. So again, Rabbi Natan Zal is showing how when it said A'ira Shachar in the Halacha, it's talking about the Shachar, which is a metaphor for our state of being black, but really an aspect of good that's in us. Just like the dawn is. Aval, as we continue, כשדן את עצמו לכף זכות, ומעורר ומוצא בעצמו נקודה טובה. When a person judges himself favorably and he awakens, again the word me'orer, like a'ira, he finds in himself some good point. Azai hi omeret shechona ani venava. Again, I am black, but I am really beautiful. Al tir'uni shani shechachoret. Don't look at me as though I'm black. Ki en hashachrut meshali, kemo shepresh rashi sham. Because again, it's not really me. I'm intrinsically pure. It's just the sins around me, which it's true, they're my fault, but I can get rid of them and do teshuvah. And even if you just concentrate on your good aspect, which is your neshama, and even good things that you've done, because everyone does good things, that's already your start to your way up. Even the good point is on those who are rebellious. The rebellious ones of Israel even have it. It's also very beautiful. רק שהשחרות חופה עליה, it's just that the black is covering it. אבל כשמעוררין אותה, but when you wake it up, היא אומרת שכונה אני ונבה. Again, like the pasuk, אל תראוני שאני שחרחורת, כי מצד עצמי אני נבה עד מאוד, because from the side of me, my intrinsic nature is really that I'm very beautiful, עד מאוד, very much so. So there's two things about the dawn. It looks like it's the darkest time, but it's really day. Dawn is day. But it looks like it's dark out, meaning it is dark out. The look is dark, not that it's not dark out. So you have a difference between what it is and what it looks like. So the same thing, that's why it says, Al tiruni, don't look at me as though I'm black, because I'm really light. So it's the same thing like the dawn. It looks black, but it's really the beginning of the day. That's why it's a great metaphor for this idea. And we continue. This is like what the rabbi is saying, Shemot Rabbah. Shechora ani, I am black. This refers to b'maaseh ha'egel. When the Jews did the sin of the golden calf, this is where they really turned black in sin of avodah zarah. But yet v'nava, but I'm really beautiful. Ani, I am b'maaseh mishkan, when they did the mishkan, which was the tikkun for the egel. So already you see they were black, but then they did something to turn it around. And that was their teshuvah. Hainu afal pi sheyesh lo chataim harbe, even though I had a lot of sins, v'nitrachakti me'od mimenu itbarach, and I went far away from Hashem. So I still came back because of the Mishkan. Now the idea is, the Mishkan, everyone gave a little bit of something. Everyone gave a little bit to contribute. So it means the egel, which was a big sin, and then they made up for it by giving a little bit of good. So again, you're just seeing how the little bit of good can take away from the tremendous amount of bad. That's the idea of the Mishkan, just to help to erect it, of course. וזה בחינת מעשה העגל, שכולל כל החטאים שבעולם. This is the idea of the egel, because it's kolel, it includes all the sins of the world. Because avodah zarah, it's as though you did all the sins, all the 613 or 612. Ki kol hamodeh b'avodah zarah kilo kofer b'chol haTorah kula, like it says in Chulin. Whoever admits to avodah zarah, I mean, you give it credibility, it's though you were kofer, you were disbelieving in all the Torah. So just showing that it's to say that we did the egel is not just one thing. It means we're filled with black. We did all the sins of the book. That's the idea. And yet the Mishkan is the little bit of good that we have. Afal piken navani b'maseh Mishkan, in the Mishkan. Hainu bechinat me'at tov shani motze b'atzmi adayin. This is the little bit of good that I find in me. Because again, we contributed a little bit. And yet it was enough to make up for the egel. Because right after the egel, we were instructed to do the Mishkan, because Hashem knew it would be a good makeup for it. Because Hashem was appeased because of Moshe, that he put his life on the line for us and he prayed for us. Right? He also said, Mechenina, erase me. He put his life on the line for us. And what did he do? He showed how good we are. So Moshe was showing the good points of others, which was us. And that enabled us to get the chance to do a teshuvah with the Mishkan. See, again, the person you're feeling has good points, another person, he still has to do something, but it opens the way for him to do teshuvah when we look at somebody else in a good way. Also, you always see prophets that have to speak good about the Jews. Hashem didn't like when Eliyahu Navi said, look, they're sinning and they're not doing the Brit. Then he had to go to every Brit Milah as a punishment. Even though on the side it's not a real punishment, it's also a zechut. But just the idea, Hashem doesn't want people bad-mouthing his nation. We always have to say, oh, look how good the people are, look how they're doing this. Even if they're doing bad, we have to say, look how they're doing good in a prayer, because Hashem hears that and then he does favorable things for the nation. Always as a leader, or even us, whatever level leader we're on, as a father, as a husband, whatever the amount of leadership we have, because everyone has some, you have to always say things that judge everybody favorably out loud, as in a prayer. It's a very big idea. And then Hashem will, of course, judge you that way, and then he'll judge Am Yisrael that way also. If he hears us bad-mouthing, he doesn't like that. Now, we continue. Ki Moshe haya echol zot limso nekudat tova afilu bepachut shebapechutim. Moshe found the good that was even in the lowest of the low. Kamvoar b'dver Zal leBeinu Zal, like it says in Beinu Zal in Likutei Maharan of Tinyana, the second book, Pei Bet 82. Kama pe'amim, like it says there. Val yedei zeh haya yachol itpalel lehem tamid. And because of this, he can pray for them always. Afilu keshepagemu b'chol haTorah kula b'maseh egel. Even when they went against the entire Torah, which was the egel, because again, avodah zarah is like you're going against the whole Torah. Afal piken masa behem nikudot tovot. And even though that happened, he found in us good points, because he told Hashem, look, they're really good. Whatever his whole tefillah was about, was showing how good we are, and Hashem didn't destroy us. Valken, and he gave us the Mishkan idea also. Valken amar Moshe, lama Hashem yecharei apecha be'amecha. Why are you getting angry at your people? Ki hu matzah tov shebehem, v'azay nitzchei hara legamrei. He's saying, why are you getting angry? Because he knows he already found the good in them. So now he's expecting Hashem not to be angry. That's why he asked him, why are you getting angry? Because we know why he's getting angry. But Moshe, because he found the good points, he's now baffled, why isn't it working? And Hashem should judge them favorably, which it did work. It's just that's the way he's wording it. He doesn't expect Hashem to be angry now, since he found the good points. Valken amar lama Hashem yecharei apecha be'amecha ki hara eno nechshav kelal keneged ma'at hatov sheyesh behen adayin. Because again, the good doesn't have any worth next to the little bit of good that they have, that he presented to Hashem in an argument in a tefillah. V'Hashem itbarach nitratza lo, and Hashem was appeased. V'inachem al hara'ah, like it says, he withdrew from the bad. Ve'az limed Hashem itbarach leMoshe seder tefillah v'seder l'fanav shlosh esrei midot. And then Hashem showed him the way of prayer and the way of the 13 attributes of mercy. V'zehu vayomer ani avir kol tubi lefanecha. Hashem said, I will pass all the good that I have before you. I'll teach you all the good. Shelimido v'gilalo kol hatov. He taught him all the good. Shelo itbarach kevayachol. Kedei sheyada Hashem itbarach tov lakol tamid. Like we said, tov Hashem lakol v'rachamav kol ma'asav in the Ashrei. He taught him that Hashem is tov, and vicholin le'orer hatov be'agerua shebegiruim ulachniso bekaf zechut ulachazor b'tshuba. And he showed him that with this idea of tov, that Hashem is, and then everyone has tov in them, and there's a piece of Hashem in them, like we said before, you can now wake up this tov in anybody, even the worst people, and bring them lechaf zechut. And it says, ulha chaziro b'tshuba. He still has to come to teshuvah. It's just the starting point. Again, when you look at somebody else in good favor, they still have to do teshuvah, but this will open that up. Also, it said before, Lama Hashem yechere apecha be'amecha, playing on the word amecha, your people, because we said before the tov, when it said ve'odi imach, the od me'at is with you, because the tov and you, Hashem includes, and me are the same, like we said, Torah and Eretz Yisrael and Israel and Hashem is one. So be'amecha is alluding to, again, the word of odi imach, that I'm with you, and the tov that I have is linking to you, just to have that piece. So he's linking all the pisukim here together and all the ideas together. It's very important when you read a work like this, you should look inside, because all the pisukim keep coming back and you don't want to lose a point or two. And now we say more. V'zeh bechinat shlosh esrei midot shel rachamim. This is also the aspect of the 13 attributes of mercy that says, Hashem, Hashem, kel rachum chanun erech apayim. V'rav chesed ve'emet, like it says, Hashem itbarach maleh rachamim ve'tov lakol, that Hashem is merciful and He's good to all. Umarich af latzadikim v'rashaim, because again, to be merciful means you're going to not judge a person by his actions, you're going to give him a little leeway, and that's because Hashem's mercy, and He's tov again. He's going to marich af, which means He's going to delay His anger, long-suffering, meaning it takes him a while to get angry because he's allowing himself to give the person time to do teshuvah, or whatever the case is. To the tzaddikim and the rishaim, they both get ki hu mateh kelape chesed. Like when it says verav chesed, it says mateh kelape chesed. He leans towards the chesed. Ve'dan et hakol lechaf zechut, and he judges everyone favorably. Umotzeh nekudat tova afilu b'foshei Yisrael, and he finds a good point even in the bad people. V'al yedei zeh machri otam lechaf zechut, and then he tilts the scale to the kaf zechut, like we see in Rosh Hashanah, page Yud Zayin in the Gemara, where it talks about it there. So we see all about God's mercy is where the guy doesn't deserve it. That's what mercy is about. He has something at least to go on, and then Hashem will tip the scales in his favor. He has to have something good at least to go on. V'zehu bechinat notzer chesed la'alafim. Again, in the attributes it says notzer chesed la'alafim. He gives chesed to the thousands. Shebechinat ha'chesed dahainu ma shehu yitbarach mateh k'lepei chesed. Since by Hashem leaning towards the chesed, v'dan lechaf zechut umotzeh nekudat tova. And he finds the good kanal, like we said, Zeh chesed notzer umamtik lalafim. This is the point that Beinu Natan is saying now. Notzer can be the word that means something of the aspect of, like we'd say, atzor. Atzor is to stop, like a traffic signal. They say atzor, to stop. So it means the chesed is stopping the alafim. Umamtik, and he's sweetening it. Hainu af al pi sheyesh keneged ze alafim urebabot pegamim. What's the thousands that it's stopping? The sins, pegamim, flaws. Shepagam oto ha'adam. So that's what it's saying. The notzer, he stopped the chesed, notzer chesed, meaning the chesed is notzer, is stopping the alafim, the many, many sins. Because he's looking at the good. Because the little bit of good that he's seeing, which is the chesed, it's going to take away all the bad. And he's going to forgive the avon and the pesha. And in this way, the person is going to be in a favorable situation.